living straight lines from beginning to end. Names arranged like answers that didn't need defending. Dates settled into place, clean enough to repeat. Nothing in between the chapters, nothing that felt incomplete. I memorized the order, I learned when to agree. Some parts felt unfinished, but that was never up to me. What survives is what remains. After silence does its part, the past arrives already shaped before it reaches where we are. I was told the end explained everything before its name, but arriving isn't proof of good, it only shows who stayed. Every moment sounds inevitable, but spoken in reverse. But standing in the middle, nothing ever felt rehearsed. But some truths never made the page, not broken, just displaced. Too small to hold the narrative, too heavy to replace. I kept the version handed down because it fit the space, but memory keeps asking questions that the record can't erase. What survives is what remains. When time decides the frame, what's splitting looks intentional, what's missing leaves no name. Winning doesn't cleanse the head, it only seals a case. And the story learns to settle once the ending's in its place. I don't doubt what happened, I doubt what made it through. How much was lost in translation between what was lived and what we knew. Some things travel quietly, are strong enough to last, but strong enough to change the way I read the future from the past. I don't need a new version, I don't need it torn apart. I just need room for what was cut before it hurt. They arrive with folded papers, maps drawn straight through dust, promised light where wires hang loose, and say the ground was broken long before us. New flag stitched in borrowed room, new clock set to someone else's time. Handshake for the photograph and vanish past the borderline. Every plan looks clean on paper, every future sounds the same, but the streets remember older words, and nothing here is fixed by a name. They don't come for the water, they don't come for the air, they come for something fair. They say it's built for the people, but the people never choose. When the dust settles quietly, there's less left than there was to lose. Voices speak and borrow concern through screens that never crack. Numbers move, contracts sign, while homes learn how to fold themselves back. They talk of order, talk of change, as if it's something you can pour. But you can't teach a place to breathe by standing in its doorway with a door. Every speech sounds well rehearsed, every reason sounds rehearsed too. But care doesn't arrive in fleet, and it doesn't need a view. They don't stay for the rebuilding, they don't stay for the night. They leave the language half translated and call the silence alright. They say it's done for the many, but the many never see how the cost gets paid in years long after victory. If it was ever about saving, it wouldn't need so much force. If it was ever about people, it wouldn't follow the same old course. The pattern repeats softly, different name, same design. A system that feeds on distance, calls detachment a sign. Some places weren't broken, they were bent into shape. And when the hands let go again, they're playing for the way they ate. Blueprints fade in the rain, promises rust in the sun. Nothing collapses overnight, it just forgets what it was before it begun. Oh, the day was divided early, blocks of time neatly aligned. Mornings learned to move on cue, even before I learned why. 2 clocks ticking in the kitchen, keys already in our hands. Love measured in availability, life arranged around a plan. Nothing felt imposed, it all arrived a sense, the structure that explained itself before it asked for consent. We learned how to live together, we learned where children stay. Small rooms filled with borrowed rules to practice for another day. Nothing said it was a trade, nothing asked to be agreed. It just worked better on paper if everyone learned the same routine. Songs about sharing and lining up, waiting for the bell. Words like progress, growth, and future learned before we learned our sounds. Hands raised, heads counted, names checked off the page. Time converted into value long before it ever aged. Care became a system, hours learned to convert. Days split into percentages of effort, output, worth. We learned how to fit the rhythm, how to earn and how to owe, how absence turns into numbers and numbers learn how to grow. That thing called it preparation, that thing made me end. Just habits forming quietly, past count, past again. Work became the center, care moved to the sides. Love learned how to wait its turn between commutes and deadlines. No one asked if it felt right, only if it could be scaled. A life that runs efficiently is very little unaccounted. I don't remember choosing, but I remember it felt normal. The future shaped like a calendar, full of proof. Although maybe it's not a page, maybe it's just a shape that it paints until it's invisible and everyone calls it safe. I don't remember choosing, but I remember it felt normal. The future shaped like a calendar, full of proof, formal. Maybe it's not a creation, maybe it's just a shape that repeats until it's invisible and everyone calls it safe. It started as a question and learned to sound like fact. A pause before an answer, a look that lingered back. Nothing said outright, nothing raised its voice, just a feeling in the room around a simple choice. Time at home learned to expect itself before it could just be. Care started needing reasons to justify its gravity. Being present learned to cost more than it could earn. Days measured in what's missing instead of what they return. Stay and learn to sound like stopping, as if love forgot to move, as if showing up repeatedly was something you had to prove. Words like potential drifted in, soft, well-meaning light, as if some paths only count if they're visible at a light. Hands that build a rhythm, no schedule ever sees. Work that leaves no invoice, no line item, no receipt. Care became invisible the moment it was sounds simple when you say it slow. Just time, patience, space. But every path that bends away starts learning how to close its gates. Forms that multiply at night, rules that never fully rest, as if effort itself is measured by how much resistance it gives. Nothing here is said outright, nothing needs to be. The weight is felt in obstacles, not in philosophy. If it was easy, I wouldn't wonder why it's made this hard to try. If it was truly interchangeable, why does it mean so many lies? Maybe the lessons are perfect, maybe there's nothing to improve, or maybe freedom asks questions that aren't meant to be approved. Rooms built to fit a certain pace, hours shaped to match the day. Learning taught to follow signals before it learns to find its way. Curiosity learns restraint, questions learn their proper time. Understanding stays within what can be tested, tracked, defined. Care turns into compliance, quietly by design. Not forced, just normalized until it feels like common sense over time. If there was only about outcomes, there'd be room for more than one. But some ways feel tolerated only if they don't become. Maybe structure needs protection, maybe order needs a frame, or maybe thought grows unpredictable once it's no longer trained. Teaching isn't neutral, even when it feels polite. Every absence is a signal, every boundary draws a line. Some knowledge travels freely, some needs permission first. Not because it's less correct, not because it doesn't serve. I don't claim a better answer, I don't claim a pure way. I just notice how much effort goes into keeping choices shaped. If learning was only learning, this one it feel like strain. Some nodes resist so quietly, you forget they're not the same. They wrap it up in softer words, clean labels, quiet lies. Small print reads like chemistry on something meant to keep us alive. They say it's made for children, but it lasts forever on a shelf. Too many names I can't pronounce, too little trust left for myself. Every box says natural, every jar says pure, but nothing grown to feed a child should need a lecture to be sure. Less names, less noise, less things added in. Shouldn't travel further than the place it's grown within. They say don't touch the butter, they say don't eat the eggs, then pour another oil from a factory we never see instead. Organic stamped in green and white, still swimming in refined heat. pressed, stripped, deodorized, then sold back as something clean. They blame the old familiar things, the fat, the yolk, the taste, while bottles full of altered seeds get dressed up as a better way. Health is sold in portions, measured, weighed, controlled. But hunger isn't solved by math, it's solved by what we used to know. Less names, less noise, less things added in. Food shouldn't need defending if it's meant to nourish skin. They say don't trust tradition, say it's all outdated thought. But the newer that the food becomes, the more it feels like something bought. My mother cooked with what she had, nothing shiny, nothing new. No list longer than the meal, no promise printed on the truth. If it spoils, let it spoil. If it melts, let it change. Better that than eating things designed to never age. I don't want perfect, I don't want clean, I just want fewer reasons to doubt the things we eat. Less ingredients, more time, more hands, more heat. Different doors, same ending, same look, same pause. A hand already on the handle before I finish what I thought. I tell myself it's the lightning, the noise, the tone, the crowd. Every place feels badly wrong, every room feels wrong somehow. I keep changing the address, like that's enough to start again. As if patterns don't travel, as if I don't walk in with them. Funny how it's always the bar, always the mood, always the staff. Never the way I carry myself, never the things I don't unpack. I say they don't know how to host, they don't know how to listen, but I've been asked to leave so often, it's starting to sound like repetition. I replay every conversation, cut myself the better road, where I'm reasonable, calm, misunderstood, and everyone has lost control. I collect small confirmations, stories that soften the night, anything that lets me walk home, still feeling technically right. There's comfort in a shared complaint, in odds that don't bore deep. It's easy to call it coincidence, harder to notice what I keep. Funny how it's always the bar, always the rules, always the tone. Never the weight I bring inside, never the parts I've never owned. I say they can't handle honesty, say the city's time's been scared, but the pattern keeps repeating no matter where I'm drinking it. At some point the exits blur together, same silence, different street, same one home, same questions. I keep stepping around my feet. Maybe it's not about being right or proving who's to blame, or maybe it's about what follows me and answers when I hear my name. It's easier to blame the bar than ask on stage, easier to call it hostile ground than notice what I say. I don't think I'm a bad person, I don't think that's the case, but something in me keeps testing homes that don't hold me these days. This phone call without a warning, no speech, no friend, no sound, just the quiet of another door that didn't go me out. It simply closed, left me standing with the only thing that never left a room. I used to think a laugh was something you could feel way into, but it arrived in quiet defaults, like shoes you learn to walk right through. A small hand in the backseat, a bag with someone else's name, a day already in motion before I ever got to frame it. Nothing here was forced, it just fit too well. And fitting in feels harmless when you don't notice what it sells. Some things come as comfort, some as quiet debt, a future built from little choices you don't remember making yet. Love becomes a schedule, care becomes a cost, and the receipt keeps getting longer for the parts you thought were yours. Food that says it's made for growing still arrives with hidden weight, words that soften what's inside it, so the label looks like fate. Lessons taught in tidy pages where the ending feels like proof, but I keep hearing what was missing in the way the story moves. I'm not angry at the world, I'm tired of the noise of needing to explain myself for making human choices. Some things come as comfort, some as quiet debt, a future built from little choices you don't remember making yet. Time becomes a measurement, home becomes a bar, and the receipt keeps getting longer for the parts you thought were yours. I've seen faith fall someone gently, like a hand against the storm. Home, and I've seen it harden slowly into something sharp and sore. I've seen kindness without language and cruelty recite by heart, so I stopped looking for a badge and started listening for the part that stays honest in the dark. And it does lay the crowd that shows up when it's inconvenient and doesn't ask to be allowed. Some things come as comfort, some as quiet din. Life can still be beautiful and still feel hard to protect. If goodness comes from anywhere, ain't nothing come from proof. It comes through what I do and no one's watching, and what I refuse to keep the small things sacred, not the slogans, not the frame, a table heat, a steady voice, a child laughing at my name. And if the world wants a reason for choosing, let's choosing slow. I'll hold my hands for crying thee and let the side. Nothing in my hands feels stolen, nothing here feels earned outright. The lights come on, the water runs, the shelves stay full most nights. I don't see the distance traveled, I don't feel the weight it took. The cost is folded somewhere else outside the frame I'm called to look. No one asked me to decide, they just arrived as ease. A life that works efficiently doesn't like to show it seems. I live on the winning side of things, even when I don't compete. I inherit the advantage without asking where it leads. Comfort doesn't need permission, it just settles into place. And silence starts to feel like peace when nothing has to be explained. I don't order what I can't see, I don't choose the path it takes. I just trust the distance softens whatever bends or breaks. There's no villain in the mirror, no blood around my name, just a calm that stays intact because it's someone else in pain. I'm told not to feel responsible for what I didn't plan. My benefit is still a form of quietly taking part. I live on the winning side of things, even when I look away. The world keeps working in my favor, as long as I don't stay too long with the uncomfortable, too close to what it costs. It's easier to call it Coldplay, standardized what's quietly lost. If comfort had a language, it would sound like reason. If privilege could whisper, it would call itself a season. Temporary, necessary, just the way things are. Until you notice who gets tired, keeping everything as calm. I don't need to be forgiven, I don't need to be accused. I just need to stay awake enough to notice what I use. Because innocence, my distance, still leaves a trace, and some lives are made possible. Choose truths don't ask for action, they just ask to be seen. And once you see where you're standing, you can't call it neutral again. I learned to tell it cleaner each time I said it out loud. Certain edges slowly softened, certain parts allowed. The pauses grew more purposeful, the timing felt refined. Details learned where not to land, so the shape would hold its line. Nothing here is fabricated, it's just selectively placed. Some moments get enlarged, so others quietly erase. I move myself closer to the center, without touching what was true. Just shifted where the light would fall, so it landed where I stood too. The past still happened as it did, I didn't change the scene. I just learned which parts to underline, so I'd feel more than I've been. There's comfort in coherence, in a story that makes sense, where every step looks necessary and nothing feels like chance. I learned to speak in outcomes, to borrow weight from time, as if arriving near the ending proved I mattered in the line. Memory's generous when it wants to help you stand. It doesn't lie outright, it just tightens its demand. I move myself closer to the reason without saying it out loud. Let the framing do the work, let it pour you scattered and pretty around. What's missing doesn't argue, it doesn't ask to be redeemed. Silence in the perfect witness where it's never seen. I don't need you invent a cast to feel like I belong. I just need it to agree with me long enough to carry on. Some truths don't disappear, they're simply pushed aside. Not because they're inconvenient, but because they don't realize the pride. I didn't rewrite history, I learned how to curate what mattered grew in volume, what didn't learn to wait. Significance is easy, then perspective stays the show. A footnote can feel central if the margins do what they're told. One day I'll tend it differently, less polished, less alive. Leave space for what was incidental, leave room for what declined. But meaning doesn't come from skill. How the story bends, sometimes being honest with the penalties. Let it stay. I was taught to name the silence, give it shape, give it a sound. Different words for the same questions, depending where you're standing on the ground. Stories passed through careful hands, carried more than what they said. Some were meant to hold you steady, some were meant to draw a line instead. Every path explains itself when you're walking from inside. The trouble starts, uncertainty begins deciding who's aligned. Being held doesn't make you right, it just means you're not alone. You can learn to carry kindness without being shown a throne. Some hearts stay open without scripture, some close with every rule. Goodness doesn't come from naming it, it comes from what you choose to do. Lessons often sound familiar: love, restraint, forgive, remain. Different symbols, same reflections, different doors, the same refrain. Hands reach out across the table, then pull back when names appear, as if care needs translation once belief gets too specific, too clear. Faith can be a place to rest, or rather not a test, but the moment it turns into proof, something human gets left unchecked. Being held doesn't make you good, it just stays what's already there. You can hide behind a blessing, to learn to stand without a prayer. Some people carry faith like water, some like walls they never bend. Belief can keep a light inside, or keep it from reaching someone else. Then stay. I see mercy without language and cruelty recite by heart. I've seen grace arrive unannounced, doctrine tear the same beam apart. Truth was all by one direction, we'd all feel it when the same. But maybe it's not meant to separate, just to give us somewhere safe. I don't need a single answer, I don't need it all alive. I just leave room for something quiet that feels larger than the lights. Oh, but won't you let it stay, but don't turn tracker in the storm. Whatever teaches you to care was never meant to stay. We learn to sort ourselves by answers before we learn to ask. As if disagreement needed distance, as if difference couldn't last. A word lands slightly wrong, and suddenly the room divides. Not by what was said out loud, but by what everyone decides. I don't need your certainty to walk the same street home. I don't need us to agree to know I'm not alone. The difference of opinion shouldn't scatter who we are. We don't need matching conclusions, but stand under the same stars. We can move in the same direction, even look in different ways. Common ground isn't sameness, it's choosing to stay. I'd shared a table with disagreement, and nothing broken through. The meal still tasted like a meal, the light still made it through. doesn't mean surrender. Silence doesn't mean retreat. Sometimes staying in the room is the only thing we need. Belonging used to mean presence. Got a alignment back display. No one shared touring a man before inviting you to stay. The difference of opinion isn't failure or a threat. It's proof that we're still human, still unfinished, still unmet. We can argue without ovation. We can doubt without divide. Common ground isn't agreement, it's refusing to step aside. I don't need you to become me. I don't need to be like you. I just need the space to say we're both alive to be true. If every gap becomes a border, we'll be standing far too long, trying to win conversations while forgetting how we got along. The difference of opinion shouldn't make us choose a side. It cost us the connection just to feel more realigned. We can't carry our foundations without turning them into walls. Common ground is built from staying when walking away feels off. Meet you where the language ends, where labels lose their hold. Some things matter more than being liked. Some things don't need to be sold. We don't have to think the same. We share the air, the day. Common ground is not agreement, it's choosing not to leave. I said what I can say without turning it into noise. I've held my ground long enough to hear my own voice. Not everything needs shaping, not everything needs a name. Some things are better carried without asking them to change. I don't need to win the moment, I don't need the final word. I'm tired of turning meaning into something to be heard. I'm still here after the lines are drawn, after the words run out, after the right and wrong. I'm still here when the noise moves on, not louder, not smaller, just hold me long. I've watched ideas harden into something they weren't meant to be. I've watched people turn into symbols so they wouldn't have to see. I've been wrong without knowing I've been right for the wrong reasons. I've learned how quickly certainty turns patience into treason. So I stopped chasing clarity that needed someone else to lose. I kept what stayed human when everything else had to choose. I'm still here when agreement fades, when distance grows, when bridges sway. I'm still here when I'm asking for proof, not trading presents for my doubts intact, with my care unfinished, with my eyes still bad. I'm still here, choosing my to flee, not because I'm certain, but because I'm free. When the last opinion settles and the echo finds its end, what remains is like the answer. It's who you chose to be then. I don't need the world to agree. I don't need it clear or fair. After everything that's broken, I'm still here. I don't need the world to match me. I don't need a shape the same. Every path can hold its meaning without asking for my name. I've learned how to share the silence, how to leave room when I pass. Difference never felt threatening until it started asking back. Nothing wrong with becoming whatever helps to breathe, but something shifts when affirmation starts sounding like the need. You can be who you need to be. I won't stand in the way, but don't turn my distance into harm or my quiet into blame. Agreement isn't kindness, and refusal isn't hate. Some things need mutual consent, not everyone participating. I don't ask to be reflected, I don't ask to be included. I just want my boundaries to stop being interpreted as fear or lack of care, or something to be fixed, as if stepping back politely means I never really existed. Respect used to mean restraint, knowing where to let things lie. Now it sounds like obligation with no room to step aside. You can speak your truth out loud, you can change, you can grow, but don't make my stillness violent just because I choose not to show. I won't rewrite my language to survive the night. I'm not asking to be centered, I'm asking to out-town. Tolerance doesn't mean proximity, and acceptance doesn't bind. Care can exist at a distance without dissolving the mind. Some truths don't need repeating, some lies don't intersect. Peace isn't found in virgin, it's found in mutual respect. You have deep into marinate what already feels real to you, and I don't need to perform belief to prove my care is true. Let difference remain distance, let space stay intact. Freedom loses something vital when it's forecast out and step back. Your ritual from where I scare without a cause or fight. Not every boundary is a wall. So much just the shade.